Hey guys, it's Vintage Vinny, and I have a small haul to share with you today. I've got a great assortment of stuff as usual, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you all. Stay tuned! So this video is pre-recorded, meaning that I filmed the haul video about a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago. I did start work again, so excuse the fact that I'm wearing a bathrobe. At this point, I'm just really on IDGAF mode. And we started work again. Last week I was there from Monday through Thursday, helping prep the store, marking things down that needed to be marked down, moving fixtures because we had to make sure everything was 6 feet apart for people to shop it, and just getting the store prepped. So I go from doing nothing for almost 3 months to about close to 40 hours. So you can imagine how physically exhausted I am and mentally exhausted I am. This Monday, which was... You're going to have to forgive me, I'm having a CRS moment. This Monday was the 15th, I believe, and we were open for the first time in almost 3 months, so we've been bombarded with people, just non-stop. The first day was absolutely crazy, and I've gone home every day this week just absolutely drained physically and mentally, like I just didn't want to do anything. The day that I'm filming this was the 4 sellers, 1 sale video with Trusty Huckster Mercantile, Fatbird Finds, Thrifter, Junker, Vintage Hunter, and Michele with Comfy Cozy Living. If you're not familiar with the 4 of them, I will link them in the description below. So yeah, like I said, I already missed the reseller community a lot, just judging by these last 2 weeks that I've worked. Like, I have my day off tomorrow, Friday, and then I'm back in Marshall's again, 10 to 6, and not that I don't like it when it's not busy, or when it's busy, because our shifts just fly, and the first 2 days, they really did, but just coming home and having to, do certain things that we just cannot do, like, I don't mean to complain about these masks, but my God, it's just so hot, and you can't breathe. So that's not helping matters, and then, we have to wipe down our stations every customer. We have to wipe the pin pad down, we gotta wipe the counter down. If you are going on your 15-minute break or your lunch break, you gotta make sure your register keypad and the touchscreen are wiped, so that way if someone else needs to jump on, if they need an extra person on the registers, is sanitary. Like, we really are scrubbing down this place like it's nobody's business, as most people probably are. I do just want to remind you all, if you are out shopping at a store like Marshall's or Burlington, Ross, any of the TJX stores, please be friendly to the employees. I mean, we don't like doing a lot of the things that we have to do now, so I know, we get it. We don't like having to wear masks. We don't like to have to sanitize everything. We don't like to make sure you all are 6 feet apart. We really don't like it. It's not fun for us. It's not fun for shoppers. It's not fun for customers. So please just be friendly to us. I mean, we're just doing our job. We're doing exactly what our company's asking us to do. So just bear with us, please. So enough bantering. It's 3 minutes of banter and where I've been. So let's jump right into the haul video, shall we? I did want to mention to you all, and I completely forgot about this with my first recording, I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to do a live sale next. I have been going to some antique places and some of the flea markets, and I've been finding some stuff for live sales that you'll see in my upcoming haul videos, but in terms of when I'm going to be able to do another one, that's another story, because doing almost 40 hours a week, 8-9 hour days, coming home, prepping for the sale last minute, and getting ready for the sale last minute, shipping things out the next week while working 8-9 hour days is too much for me. If I was still in quarantine, I would do it, or my store was closed, I would still participate and do the sales. Right now, it's just too much for me to handle, because when I get home from an 8 or 9 hour day, I just want to lay down and watch TV because I'm so tired, especially because we just opened this week. So, I don't mean to disappoint you all, but I don't know when another sale is going to happen. But you will see items in my future haul videos that will be in my next live sale. When that's going to be, I don't know. So now we can jump into the haul video. So I wanted to give a really big shout out and thank you to Punky Spray here on YouTube. She's also known as Donna Rainwater on Instagram. She thought of me immediately when she was at this one estate sale a few months ago, shortly before the quarantine and pandemic took over the US. And she saw this really, really cool looking, beachy looking girl. Now she isn't vintage, she has a barcode on her for magenta, which if any of you all shop the TJX stores, you know that Ray Dunn is affiliated with magenta. And she is just really cool. She's definitely got a 40s look to her. Now this is something that I definitely probably would have ended up buying had I seen it at HomeGoods or TJ Maxx. So Donna, thank you very much for thinking of me and sending me this really awesome nautical beachy looking girl on a towel. I absolutely love her, and she is going to love being next to my awesome Royal Hager mermaid. So now that you guys have seen this, let's go ahead and check out those junk jars. So, as requested from some of you all, especially for those of you who are new, who haven't seen these are what I call my junk jars. I picked both of these jars up at different times at two different antique shops. This one I think I paid like $4.80 for, and this one I think was $6. This one is much bigger than that one, but I've had this one for quite a while. And as you can see, I have filled it up to the gills with really cool stuff. Now, most of the items that I put in these jars are jewelry, matchbooks, pins, magnets. Anything that gets lost relatively easily goes in here, whether it be holiday related and themed or not. And anything that just doesn't have a lot of value I like to throw in here because it's just a really neat, conversation piece. I mean, like I said, I've got matchbooks in here. I've got photographs from many years ago. There's just some really neat stuff in here. And a lot of this stuff I'll pick up for like $1 or less, or maybe if I buy it in groups. And like, for example, all the swizzle sticks that I have in here. I know you guys can't see a lot of them, but there are some in this one. This stuff is mostly items that I got recently, like you remember that fish necklace and a lot of these 7-Up matchbooks. But like I said, these are great to do, and for some people, they may want to turn these into lamps, which is not a bad idea. However, for me, I don't want to ruin the jar itself, and I just really enjoy finding stuff to put in here because, this is the kind of stuff that does get lost really easily, but it is so much fun to just find things for it. Now, a lot of jewelry that's out there that I find interesting is mainly for women. Like, for example, like this white doggy here that's enamel, as well as that fishy one that's right here. These were relatively girly, and, I can't wear that. I mean, I could, with maybe a lot of criticism and judgment socially, but I wouldn't wear these, but I just like the look of them, and since I'm not much of a jewelry person myself, they go in here because they are really, really neat. So yeah, if you are interested in starting your own jar, I highly recommend you do so because like I said, there are so many cool little things out there that are just waiting to be discovered that can be put into these. And enjoy it for what it is. Find stuff that you like. Collect it all, throw it in a jar, and just display it. That's what I do with mine, and it's so much fun. I love going into an antique shop, a thrift store, a flea market, a yard sale, and seeing a bunch of small vintage things and digging through them and picking out things that I like that I can fill these up in. So yeah, that's pretty cool, huh? Like the numbskull that I am, I completely forgot about this item, and it was sitting right next to me. So this was the last item that I actually picked up from the flea market, our first trip there, that is. This is a 1968 snowman blow mold made by Empire. He was $3. I have not bought a vintage blow mold in ages because people have been asking like $15 for them, whether it be Halloween or Christmas. And I'm just not willing to spend that. Unless it's a set. Like I do have my eye on one of the Carolina Enterprises candle blow molds, the bigger ones, and then I really want to get the Noel candle blow molds that are tabletop. from I think 1970, and I think those were made by Empire as well. So I'm definitely on the lookout for those because I really would like to have those for my collection. As you can see, this guy's paint has got some issues, but you know what? This is over 50 years old, so I don't really mind all the paint loss on it. And I love him, and I love snowmen, so this was a great find. And if I didn't say already, he was $3. So I did get some things from the vendor mall that I visited, and I thought you guys might like to see what I picked up. So there are a couple of other things that I did not get at this one particular vendor mall, and then it's like a mishmash of stuff, so you'll see what I'm talking about. So my dad actually picked this up for me at one of the antique malls about a half hour's drive from here. It was $15. It's a 1964 Mexican Coca-Cola tray. It's like tip, or I think it can serve one bottle or one glass of Coke. Made in Mexico, and again, I'm talking fast, so if I didn't say already, it's from 1964. And it is in very good condition. I did look it up on eBay to see if there were any listed, and there aren't, so that might be a good sign if I ever decide to sell this piece. So yeah, very good pickup for 15 bucks. Now this item I completely forgot about from the thrift store, so I'm going to share that here. It was 25 cents. It's Goosebumps Night of the Living Dummy 2 in very good condition. I have one that's downstairs, or I had one that was downstairs, and it was really torn up from when I found it. So to find this one in good shape for a quarter, that was a steal. Now these two items came from one vendor mall. They were $2.50 and $2, so essentially $4.50 for both. They're both Better Homes and Gardens. Okay, these are not going to stay up, so let's just see if I can... Okay, so let me just do this. So we've got Better Homes and Gardens for March 1939, and the one that's toppling over is Better Homes and Gardens for 1940. So these were really, really cool, and I love looking through stuff like this because you just don't see it anymore. And they don't make the same stuff like they used to, nor do they manufacture the way they used to. Okay, so these are going to Tarnished Treasures, because you all know she wants to have a Woolworths display in her house at some point. So I found her 2 strands of new old stock Jingle Bells on their original cards. They have a price tag on them for 89 cents right there in the corner. And they are made by Criterion Bell and Specialty Company in Brooklyn, New York. These are newer, and when I say newer, I mean they are made after 1963 because they have a zip code on them. These were 40% off in this booth, so I only spent 60 cents, right? Yeah, 60 cents each on them, so these will definitely be going into a friend mail box for Tarnished Treasures, and I know she will love them. Running with things for Tarnished Treasures here. I found these, and I think they're mercury beads, although I could be wrong. I know she'll use them for crafting if not. Again, they were 40% off. And it's like these little strands of different ornaments. I don't know if it's a glare, if it's not focused, but yeah. So this was about $1.20, so I couldn't leave those behind. Picked these two up, and they were sitting in the showcase up front. They are Pokemon games. They were 10% off, so I spent basically $4, or no, $4.50 on both of them. These I have not tested because I don't have an original Game Boy to test them on. Actually, you know what? I think I do. Somewhere. I'll have to test these out and see if they work. And if they work, they will be worth more money. So I think these games together will sell for probably about $100. So if you are interested, the link to my eBay shop is down below, and hopefully these will be listed by the time you see them. Again, another Tarnished Treasures piece I found was this little pack of pipe cleaners by BJ Long. They were 40% off of this price here, so it was 17 cents. So I'm sure she'll enjoy either using those or displaying them somehow. I think I had one of these a while ago and then I got rid of it, but then I forgot how cool it was, so I just went ahead and repurchased it. It's gonna go in my jar because it's not anything too spectacular, but it is really cool. It's a grandfather clock. It's got a moving pendulum in it. It's a pencil sharpener, and they were all made in Hong Kong. This cost me $1. I can't do math right now. So $1.40. So I thought that was definitely neat. I got this water globe with Santa Claus on it. And he just needs to get some water in him and maybe some snowflakes. Stuttered there for a second. So we've got made in Hong Kong on the bottom. I don't know if it's gonna show up or not. And it was only 60 cents. So you can't really beat that now, can ya? Can ya? Can ya? Can ya? So this came from the same vendor mall that I got the magazines from. It's a set of these really, really awesome 70s, I believe they're made by Libby, smiley face glasses. There was a set of 6, and they were originally $8, but the booth was having a 20% off sale, so I got them for $6.40. I love these smiley face tumblers. I don't know what it is. I got away from skulls and from smiley faces for a while, but if I see something that I've been wanting for a while, and it's relatively inexpensive, I will buy it. So $6.40 for 6 glasses, that was a really, really good deal. So you all know I don't normally pick up jewelry unless it is something really rather unique. And this I thought was no exception to that. It's a vintage mother pin. And that'll just go right into my jar of old things, and I think all of the rhinestones are there. Let me take it out of here, so we can look at it together. I feel like it's better if we do so, because I can't tell if any of the rhinestones are missing. Doesn't look like it. But yeah, very cool, very different. It was $1.60, so that'll just be a jar item. So this was a very, very fun find for me. It was with a bunch of other dishes that I had no interest in whatsoever because they just were modern patterns, and you all know I like my vintage stuff. If it was something we could have used here, I probably would have bought them. So I've got these 3 bowls here, and they are Pyrex. I think this is restaurantware, is what they call this. So I got 2 of the bowls and 1 of the deep dishes for $2. So that's 66 cents a piece. That's very, very reasonable. If you all remember, pre-quarantine, I bought those set of Pyrex coffee cups with this same design on it, this blue pattern. And they are also restaurantware, and I got 8 of them for $12. Again, another really, really good price. Running with the Pyrex theme, this is something that's going to go in my live sale. They just don't do really well for me on eBay, so I'm just going to put them in that sale because they tend to do better there. I got another Pyrex Butterfly Gold butter dish in very good condition, no cracks or chips anywhere. I got it for, it was, I think, 20% off or 10% off. I think it was 10%. I could be wrong. No, it was 10% because I paid $5.36 for it. These usually sell in my live sales for about $15, so that's what I'm going to be asking for this. So be on the lookout if you are looking for one of these because there will be one very soon in a future sale. And the last thing I'd like to share with you all from this very small antique mall haul is really, really cool. It's a vintage white tissue holder. It says Sanic on it, and on the back, it's made by the Kimberly-Clark Company in Neenah, Wisconsin. Let me see if I can make that out. Neenah, Wisconsin, I think, is where I think. So yeah, That's very cool. It hangs up on the wall if you want it to. It was $3. And I really like that look, and it's still got the original tissue in there. So I thought that was very cool. So yeah, that is everything I have to share with you all in this haul. Not a whole lot, but hey, it's something, right? So that's all I have for you today. Be sure and give this video a big thumbs up, leave a comment below, subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell next to the subscribe button if you'd like to know when new videos are posted. All of the links to my social media accounts via Instagram are down below as well, where you will see pictures of items to come in future haul videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye guys!